All right. Once again. So the real topic that I really wanted to talk to everybody about had a lot to do with the fact being that in today's day and age, a lot of people, once again, do not have kids for the right reasons. They literally don't have kids for the right reasons. A lot of people have kids for one of a few reasons. One of the top sad reasons, literally, a lot of people have kids because they really want to cheat the government and get as much money as they can from the government, etc. And I think that's literally no new issue. I think that's really definitely been around for quite some time. Let alone one of the other top issues I can claim that I think a lot of people have kids for is not really because they want to grow, develop, and nurture another human being. They just want another human being to control, let alone to abuse and a few other words that I just don't want to name. Ladies and gentlemen, the evidence definitely couldn't be more there when you look at some of these crime reports, let alone true crime reports, and you just, like I said, just look at the news itself, let alone whatever stories and documentaries you need to look up to find that. A lot of people do not have kids for the right reasons. They just don't have them for the right reasons. And I really think that's one of the top problems we have in our culture is that manner of, like, you're not having kids so you can grow them, nurture you, because you can have another human, whether it's from baby on up or whether it's teenager on up, depending if you're adopting and so on. A lot of people do not have. A lot of people don't have kids for the right reasons. I obviously can't go on a huge scale of how many don't have them for the right reasons, but I definitely can assure you a lot don't. Because the evidence literally couldn't be more there. That a lot of people have kids just so they can have another human being to try to control, try to manipulate, abuse, neglect, mistreat, pretty much another puppet and or pawn, and so on and so on. I mean, the horror is disgusting. The madness is mind-boggling, and it really makes you think. Let alone, like, they have plenty of shows about it. The devil was real, and a lot of people have no idea, how, even if they don't believe in the devil directly, how their actions and tactics are literally, clear-cut copy of the devil, etc. And it's really horrifying and disgusting, but it literally is the world we live in, in so many, disgusting and terrifying ways. But I want people to understand, with that being said, that does not say, don't ever try to go out there and get involved in people's lives. Because one of the top reasons that I really mean it with everything I got, ladies and gentlemen, one of the top things that disgusts me, or not disgusts me, but just mind boggles me, is because I definitely remember during my time at Nice as a school student, as I'm still wearing the Nice shirt currently right now, I want people to understand one of the top things that I excelled at, or at least I believe I excelled at, ladies and gentlemen, was I excelled at always going about my day, going out of my way to help kids, literally. Especially you young freshmen, all the new freshmen. I got a song coming out titled New Freshmen, let alone majority of the songs dedicated to you kids. Because, again, you are one of the heart and souls of not only everything I do, but my music in general. And I just love adopting you, etc. But, as I was saying, I love adopting, kids into my family as my little brothers and little sisters of the next generation, let alone, a.k.a. my younglings, and so on. A lot of kids come from so much trauma and so much abuse. I want kids to understand, no matter what school you're at, that's one of the top reasons what I've said, what I mean when I've said countless times. Schools need to start turning into school homes and school families so they can foster hope and healing, during school. So hopefully you can help better manage your depression, your stress, your anxiety, your whatever it is when you get back home. Because I'm telling you, one of the top things that is a tad bit mind-boggling is to know how many kids come from homes that have no structure. No structure, no morals, no character, no discipline, no Bible study, you name it. And it's not to say you have to have, especially the last part, Bible study in order to have structure. But again, it is the fact being, if you were to speak towards, some of the founding roots to character, that is definitely one of the top things that you go in there with. Is nobody has Bible studies, nobody has anything religious going on here, no one tries, etc. And I want people to understand, especially in growing up in today's day and age of society, if you're having kids, and God willing, we live to the next 10, 20, 30 years, because I literally cannot tell you how much it disturbs me as I watch current events. Global warming, climate change, 2040, running out of time. You know how many real world issues are going to kill most of the planet before that even comes? Ladies and gentlemen, I did another video literally telling you 10 things that I can name before climate change that affect us all on a day-to-day, kill us much faster basis than climate change will ever kill us. etc. Now, climate change is important, but it's definitely not. Like I said, I literally, and if I have that video under unlisted, I'll take it off because I really do want everybody. That's one of the top videos I need to get famous off of, and I want to definitely market and promote that video to the golfer's best of my abilities. I named literally 10 things, ladies and gentlemen, that will kill you faster than climate change will. Because I understand. This is our Earth, this is our planet, and we need to take care of it. I get that. Trust me, green is one of my favorite colors for a reason, etc. But people have to understand. All the things that kill you literally 10 times faster than climate change ever has and ever will. One of the top things that kill you faster is stuff like gun violence, car accidents, and a few other things. Yeah, a few other things. Or actually, again, 8 other things that I named in that video. And that's what I want people to understand. Let alone, I think I went to like 15 things, literally. You know, I'm telling you, it's really amazing. But I want people to understand that's one of the top biggest parts of why school have to, as I do all my research on school. And now my dog is barking at nobody. As I was saying, that's why schools have to do a better job, ladies and gentlemen, at becoming school homes and school families. Because if you do not, then the trauma and the abuse is just going to continue. Chosen. Yes, my dog name is Chosen. Who literally still barks. Like, my dog barks at air practically half the time. I mean, dogs do have, strong noses, but, you get the point, Sometimes your dog can't even bark for no good reason at times. At least if you were to ask me from my experiences. But I do want people to understand, those are some of the founding principles, of where we're going in society, let alone where we already are in society, where we've been in the past. One of the top things that I really missed from my time at Nice High School is 110%. Being around all the freshmen, mentoring them, guiding them. Again, I'm NJ2THECITY for a reason. And doing what I can to help mold them into, again, their best self. Give them confidence, support, wisdom, and encouragement. Why you think that people literally have called me, yeah, you're a Nice ambassador, or you're ambassador. Actually, I call myself that Nice ambassador. But why do you think every time I said I was the ambassador, people told, yeah, you're the ambassador of positivity. Oh yeah, you're a Nice's mascot or whatever else. Because I just, and I promise you, over my last year at Nice, it's so funny because every time I literally went around somebody that I thought would not know me, they knew me. And they was like, yeah, you're, like, I like one of those few nicknames, and they're like, yeah, man, you're always so positive. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I was, and I will continuously be, but that's a big part of what I mean. Like, I want people to totally understand, the best way to heal a lot of our trauma and our abuse is absolutely God first, 110%. You have got to learn how to stop abusing, neglecting, mistreating each other, let alone yourselves. You've got to learn to, as the Bible says, I'm pretty sure somewhere in 10 Commandments, love thy neighbor as thyself. You got to learn how to do it. You got to learn how to do it. If you don't learn how to do it, trust me, you will never, you will, I can't say all the things you'll never do, but trust me, you're always going to have that bit of that piece missing in what could be totally successful parenting, dare I even say. Because, like, dare I say, why are people afraid to take parenting classes? Why are people afraid to ask for guidance, wisdom, and advice on how to raise their kids? Why are people afraid to godly nitpick what they're doing right from wrong, and dare I say, put it in some type of I want to say circle graph, if I'm not mistaken, what we used to do in school, of two sides and then both, etc. Why are people afraid to take chances, take risks, admit that you don't know anything about parenting, and start somewhere / learn from somebody? I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, the trauma and abuse stories are there. They're real. They're probably on every streaming service you can literally name. Let alone look up every true crime article. If not every, quite a few. Quite a many. Quite a many. Look them up. You can do a better job at everything. We all can do such a better job at everything. But the only way you're going to do a better job at anything is admitting let alone the fact that you need Jesus, admitting you don't know crap. Or if you know anything, again, write down what you do know, what you don't know, and what you can get better at. Do that. Do that. Not only make, did I even say, not only make those daily reminders, whether in your back of your mind or make them right there on paper, sticky notes, etc. These are the reasons why I want to get people to understand, especially for stuff like gun violence. That crap is killing more of us than climate change ever has and ever flipping will. But how many? But the only ads I ever see for gun violence are ads of like family fire. You know, about having unlocked firearms, kids getting a hold of them and accidentally shooting each other. Other than that, I never see, other than that, I don't see too many, if I'm not mistaken, too many ads, campaigns trying to discuss the real problems that we have with gun violence, let alone crime in general. Crime in general. Because God bless everybody from inner cities, since I literally just wrote a song yesterday titled, well, actually not titled it, but it had inner city mentioned in it. God bless everybody in the quote-unquote inner cities. But I want you to totally understand this. I didn't come from it. But I've ran out of excuses to give you. And take that as with a grain of salt if you need to. I have ran out of excuses to give you. Because I know, especially in some of these inner cities, if not most of them, you have like 10 churches on every block. Every block. Let alone, as I keep talking about, schools. You're not going to tell me that schools, police, did I even say firefighters, schools, police, firefighters, church, and more. You're not going to tell me that they cannot galvanize communities. All of them, if not just 2 out of 3 or whatever. You're not going to tell me they cannot all galvanize communities and say the violence is going to stop and here's how it's going to stop, etc. You're not going to, especially, yes, in the quote-unquote inner cities, you're not going to tell me that everybody can't do their part to stop gun violence in the inner city. You're not going to tell me that. Name all the ones I just put out there. From police and firefighters, from your school and church leaders. You're not gonna, again, forget these wasteful politicians. Forget them. Forget them. I mean, I don't know, I probably have a few jokes about that, but forget them. Forget them. You live in that community. Do something about true crime in that community. Galvanize your community. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise to Jesus Christ on my soul, the evidence is literally, let alone the solutions, are staring every last one of us right in the face every single day, every single time. It's just a matter of, once again, are you going to look at it with eyes wide open viewpoints, be humble to what it's trying to teach you and show you, and act on it so it can grow you. What are you going to do? Because you're not going to, I'm telling you, you're not going to tell me through everything every department I literally just named, you're not going to tell me that, let alone, dare I say, if you live close to, like, librarians, dare I even say, libraries, dare I even say. I said libraries. Libraries, sorry. You're not, like, dare I even say, if you live close to a library, dare I even say. Like, the point there is, there is organizations out there, like everyday organizations, let alone taxpayer-funded organizations, that you're not going to tell me cannot all galvanize and figure out ways to solve true crime, let alone stop the spread of gun violence. You're not going to tell me that it's not possible and it can never happen. I promise you it can, it will, if people just want to get their head out of the sand and stop relying on, stop waiting on their politicians, and dare I even say take their tax dollars back and start putting it towards real causes. Dare I even say, but maybe forget the tax dollars part. Just being a leader and galvanizing, A few other things I can probably note there, but I'm pretty sure y'all understand the core of the point I'm trying to make. God bless you. What am I, NJ to the city? Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing. I'm out.